right. We are at the Hotel Trio in Healdsburg, California. So north, what should we say? A little bit north of San Francisco, maybe an hour or so, maybe a little bit less, depending on how you drive. It is close to, towards kind of like the end of Napa Valley, if you will. It's 40 minutes, something like that, to get to like Calistoga, and the drive down Napa Valley here is pretty simple. Healdsburg is kind of a cool town that's got some wineries and things like that going on. And yeah, so this is kind of an interesting hotel. It's a Marriott and kind of looks like a Residence Inn, doesn't it? You know why? Because it actually is, but they don't market it as such. If you go to the Marriott website, you'll see it, that it says, but they call it Hotel Trio because they're supposedly a little bit more fancy than a Residence Inn. It's a pretty new hotel, I would say. Let's go through it first and we'll talk a little bit about it. We've got a full-size fridge, got a couple of burners over here, electric cooktop, not induction. It's just a regular cooktop. Full-size fridge, so, or not like a United States full-size fridge, but it's big enough. You got a dishwasher, you got a sink with a garbage disposal. It's a little dark in here, so that's why I did that. You can turn that light on, but then the fan goes on as well, which I did not want. And as you know, with Residence Inn, they'll do your grocery shopping for you and other things if you stay for a while. I'm only staying for one night. But they've got everything here, like everything you need. Pots and pans are supposed to usually be here, but they're down there. And knife and forks and things like that, salt and pepper. And then you've got doing up your stairs, so it's fancy. It's like fancy grandma's light switch. Kind of weird, but okay. Looks like a pull-out couch. He said that this was an upgrade. I think this is a standard room, and I think that the upgrade must be, because it's Residence Inn, it's like this, right? And Residence, it must be that we're on the top floor. And as you can see, the top floor is the only rooms that have balconies. So that's a good trick to know if you like sitting out on the balcony. Even though it's not the nicest area, or nice, it's a very rich town. This is a very, very high income town where we're in, so no crime or anything like that. But you know, you got a couple of major streets here, so it's pretty nice today though. I'm probably gonna sit out by the pool or something. It's like 67 right now in the first week of March in 2025. So you got a little desk where you can sit and work. You've got a little sleeping area. They don't have a window air conditioning, which I think is, or do they? Or do they? Nope. They do not. Oops. They do not have an air conditioner. Didn't break it. That's good. So, which is much better. That puts it heaps ahead of a normal Residence Inn, right? You've got a phone there on the side. You've got, you know, all sorts of modern charging stuff, although now it's USB-C. So, a little bit outdated if you have newer stuff. Bathroom is in here. Got a little light thing going on there. Here also, a little bit light. You got a bar of soap, shower cap, lotion, and you've got down here, hair dryer, extra towels, things like that. Not sure why that one went on, but kind of don't want it. I guess it's automatic. When that hits the humidity level or something, little plastic walls and stuff, like many hotels have this day. Just doesn't look like classy to me, but I like it that it's better than a tub. And then you can purchase, or you can hang up your towels. As you see, there's the logo for Hotel Trio. Does it say the Residence Inn? Although there are telltales for those who know Marriott stuff. Wow, you got a couple of ropes, which is cool. Definitely not a Residence Inn thing. It says Hotel Trio. You've got an ironing board there. And then I haven't seen a safe. Book of Mormons. Since it's Ash Wednesday today, and I'm Catholic, I'm going to close that drawer and put the Book of Mormons under the Holy Bible. That's more of a joke than anything else. And then you've got breakfast goes from 6:30 to 9, weekends till 10, a little bit early. But I digress. Everybody here at the hotel, as any Residence Inn, they have, you will get breakfast included, which is a cool gig. So let's talk a little bit about the area we're in, a little bit more. As you see, it's made for people who are staying longer than I am. But it was this or Fairfield Inn that's kind of an easy going when this was the same price. Price for revenue today was like $180. I've seen this place $400 or $500 multiple times. I guess people like to go and stay here at this place when they come to Healdsburg. A little bit fancy. They got a shuttle that takes you to downtown and around town if you have dinner reservations. This is downtown is kind of like left where we saw here, kind of like that way, going that way. And it's a really nice bakery down there that is super busy in the morning. That we visited, Melinda and I, my wife and I have visited many times, and but we haven't stayed here. We do this on the way. The way we do things, we live outside of Sac. We drive to Napa. We spend the night, and then in the morning we'll drive here and pick something up at that bakery, and drive out to the coast, which is half an hour from here, something like that. But it's they charge. They do charge. They says on the website. He didn't mention anything about that, but it says on the website that the parking lot out here that they charge $20, and there's also a resort fee. So the cost for me, for even if I'm using points, is still $20-something for the resort fee and $20 for the parking. I don't know if he is going to charge me for the parking. He didn't mention that. I think that's kind of weird, to be honest with you. Hotels that are Residence Inn, they have a parking lot. There's no gate or anything like that to get in. It's just self-parking. Some hotels do charge for that, but seems a little bit strange. You have the Hyatt Regency down the road in Santa Rosa, not very far from here, maybe 15-20 minutes. 15 minutes, and it's not a good hotel, but they do have free parking. I think this is a good, nice bet. I'm digging it so far. Very courteous guy. Thanked me for being a Lifetime Titanium when I checked in. And they have a wine hour also, wine tasting every night here for free. You can go down and taste some local wines, which is cool because this area is, obviously the best wine area from here towards Sonoma and Russian River towards the coast and Napa Valley, of course. So that's a cool gig. I'm not going to participate in that myself today, but it's here and it's cool. And yeah, the full breakfast, just remember during the week it goes only till 9, so don't hit the snooze. Like a price was 32,500 points, which Marriott points, which is super cheap and a great redemption. When it was like with taxes and fees, it would be 220, 230. So, but of course they have the stinkeroo destination fees, which I am not a big fan of. And but they do have a pool. There's an outside pool. I don't know what he didn't mention to me what the fee included either. But a very nice guy, and he got me a room on the top floor. And also with a balcony, which is what the quote unquote upgrade was. And since I'm here by myself, that will do just fine for me. The hotel must be obviously completely empty because of the rate that they want for the redemption. All right, so this is the Hotel Trio, Marriott / Residence Inn, a little bit undercover Residence Inn in Healdsburg, California. 2 thumbs up if you don't hear anything else. Brand new, comfortable, and nice. Tommy Danielsen signing off, and enjoy your day. All right, it's the day after, and I wanted to make a little quick video about this place. It is, should we coin it as the quote-unquote best residence inn in the world? I think that that's a pretty accurate description. Very friendly staff, very high-tech, very new, and the breakfast was offering a lot more than a normal residence inns would do. They had 4 different types of eggs, actually. They had a quiche, they had some omelet stuff and scrambled egg, and also a frittata. So a lot of stuff on the buffet. You know, you can't get away from the whole packaged stuff that they usually have, but they had gluten-free stuff and other things also at breakfast. Only thing to be mindful, like I told you yesterday, is to make sure that you get there before 9. But they were very flexible. The lady down there was super nice. She was like 10 after. She was like, still have stuff on the buffet. She had closed the doors to it, but so that was very cool that she did. They have vacuum robots, like industry, not the Roombas you have at home, but like industry style, who are doing the corridors all over the outside in the hallway where I am now. They got a couple of those robots going back and forth. That was kind of cool. And it seems to be a little bit on the pricey side, so it might be good with a redemption here like I was able to do. When it comes to the location, I drove to downtown Healdsburg yesterday to get some food, and it is this road that you see right here, down that way. And it's a little windy, so I don't want to, it's a beautiful day, but it's kind of windy. I don't want to stand outside, but there is, so it's like 4 minutes, I think it said in the nav. You can also go over to the highway, which you can see there in the background, and take that down to downtown to one exit. It takes such little time to drive, the 4 minute it does, and they also have a shuttle that will take you there too. So if you want to go there, they also offer that. So even if it's not downtown Healdsburg, downtown Healdsburg has a lot of these independent properties, luxury ones that are super duper expensive. I was looking at the map, and there's like, starts on like $250, $300, and the most expensive property yesterday was, get ready for it, $1,700 for like a luxury lodge down there. I don't think it's worth the hassle. The shuttle would take you back and forth. There's an Uber, there's plenty of Ubers available if you want to do that, if you want to have a couple of drinks. So maybe have the shuttle take you down there and then take an Uber back. If you are not drinking, the drive is 4 minutes, like I said. So even if it's not like the most picturesque place, it's like, this is like a residential area. It starts right here. You have that hotel there. That's the Hilton Tapestry Collection. And then there's another couple of properties here. And then it's all after this hotel. It's just residential. So not a lot out there. So there's also the diner. It's like a well-reviewed diner. I didn't go there, of course, but if you're in the mood for a full breakfast, you can go there. Actually, the full breakfast here was fine. I had no issues with it, and I'm pretty picky. So this is a big 2 thumbs up for the Hotel Trio. Totally would come back here, and it delivers the hype of being the best residence in the world. And they're the way that they're trying to hide that they're a residence inn by not putting residence inn anywhere. It's kind of funny, but I get where they're coming from on that. Tommy Danielsen signing off, and enjoy your day.